So with my Halloween reviews all month long, and with Halloween Ends coming out later this week, I did figure why not just review a bunch of sequels of famous horror movies leading up to a really good conclusion, hopefully, of Halloween. So last year, I reviewed Friday the 13th, which is very okay movie. Now let's talk about part 2, which is basically the same thing, a very okay movie.
The day you count on for terror is not over. Friday the 13th, Part 2.
Released in 1981, I'm pretty sure not even a full year after the original release of Friday the 13th, we now have Jason Voorhees, but he does not have his hockey mask yet. In this movie, we get Baghead Jason, which a lot of people love, and in my personal opinion, it doesn't feel like Jason, so this one feels a little bit more creepier. I will say, I like this movie more than the first one because the cast of camp people we have are more interesting, fun, and dynamic, even though they're all just smoking weed, getting horny, having sex, but we do have Jason Voorhees running out with a bag on his head. Amy Steele plays Jeannie in this movie, and she is honestly a great female protagonist. She's a badass, honestly, especially toward the end of this movie, what she has to do to survive. I think she's a badass, even though there are major parts when she's away at the bar and basically Jason's at the campgrounds with all these campers walking around, having sex, smoking, or just being in a wheelchair. He's killing everyone, but I will say Amy Steele for Jenny's character, she's awesome. I think she's one of the most underrated female protagonists in the horror genre, and she's really good in this movie, because again, the one scene at the very end, her saving herself and defeating Jason, I think just solidifies her as a badass. But like I said, let's talk about Baghead Jason. I think he is creepy. I think it's creepy because he doesn't seem like he's a big dude. He just seems like a crazy young man running around with a bag on his head, even though it's like one hole. It's one hole. Like when he's running around, like how is he like not just like blind the entire time? He has one hole in this bag head and he's running around killing everyone. And if anyone's gonna ask me what is my favorite kill in this movie, I have to say it's probably the wheelchair. Seriously. I mean, even though it's completely filmed weirdly with the 360 rule of filming a scene, how he hits him from behind and then the machete is right here, how it's angled is weird, and him falling down the stairs. I mean, it's crazy stupid, but I love it. And honestly, like I said, the reason why I like this one more than the first one, besides just having these teens do more than just walk around, it's filmed better. Seriously, the lighting looks better. It doesn't look like it's really cheap. It looks like there is some type of just production here. We don't have Tom Savini doing the blood effects, which honestly sucks. The MPA back in then was blocking everything this movie was doing probably. I think every scene, every kill in this movie was probably cut down because of the MPA, which sucks. But watching it tonight on 4K with my Friday collection set, I wanted to watch more bonus features for this review, but honestly, after watching it, it feels like the first one, except we now have Jason. I do like the opening scene of him killing the original girl from the first movie. I like seeing him kill Crazy Ralph. Cool seeing those things, but in the most part, in 1981, all you got was a same exact movie with Jason Voorhees now being the killer, killing some horny teens and killing people in wheelchairs. I'm gonna give Friday the 13th Part 2 a C+. If this didn't have the title Friday the 13th, seriously, this could be like hundreds of just slashers back then. But with Friday the 13th being the title and the score, it feels like Friday the 13th, and for that purpose, it makes it better. But again, it's very generic, very fun, and if you're looking for just a cheesy good time, this is not my favorite Friday the 13th movie, because you know there's like 12 movies, so this one just being a very bottom tier one. And guys enjoy this Halloween review, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everyone!